Our next speaker has been a friend of mine for quite a while. In fact, the way I met him is I bought a crib for my granddaughter from his wife. Mr. Gary Jordan is a lifelong entrepreneur, been a realtor for 14 years. He is the team lead of the Jordan team. He's been an icon producer. He is a very, very solid agent, excellent at what he does. Definitely an inspiration to me in how he approaches his work and how he approaches how he helps people. He's a mentor and educator with Buffini and Company. And so if you've ever had an opportunity to walk through their training, it is superb. So please help me welcome Gary Jordan.
Thanks, Kelly. Appreciate that. Got a great crowd this morning. Everybody awake? Okay, super.
This time.
Okay. I'll try my best to keep you awake too now. How many here have had real jobs before real estate? Okay, quite a few.
Gotta stay in the pocket.
You're right about that. With your real job, what did you like or not like about it? Anybody have a comment? Some hands raised up? Yeah.
Yeah, that like 8 to 6, keep showing up and being in an office and being locked up and getting a break just for lunch sometimes, or eating at my desk. It was really structured.
Exactly. I said, what was when you had a real job, what were the things you did not like about it? How was it structured and so forth? Is somebody, do you have a boss then who really told you when to show up, what to do, when to take a break, when to break for lunch and so forth? Anybody relate to that? Okay. Usually if you did that in a real job, you got a compensation. It was, planned ahead exactly what it's going to be. No matter how good a job you did, you got to earn a certain amount of money. Usually there's very, very seldom any kind of a bonus structure. Sometimes there was, but usually it's just a salary. You're working for the man, you're working for the lady and so forth. In real estate, we have the challenge of being our own boss. And a lot of times you may be a great employee, but you suck at being a boss. Right? And so I just challenge you to start with. My topic today is going to be about time management. I challenge you each day, when you first start the day, you look in the mirror, which is not going to be a really pretty sight most of the time. Look in the mirror in 2 different kind of eyes. Look at yourself, first of all, with the boss mentality. Look at that person in the mirror. Say, man, get your head together, put on some makeup, comb your hair, get some nice clothes on. Man, wake up. Exactly. And then switch it around to have that mentality of an employee. I hate to go to work today. I'm gonna go back to bed. Don't want to go fishing, pet my dog, whatever. I got to go through this grind again and so forth. So my point is, if you can learn to be a good boss and be your toughest critic every day, it'll be very beneficial to you. At the end of the day, look in that mirror again with the boss mentality and the employee mentality. Did the boss talk about firing you? Did you have a very, very poor day? Poor activity, doing a bunch of junk stuff? Or to do a great job and the boss is proud of you? As an employee, when you finish that day, look in the mirror. Are you proud of what you got done? Or did you just survive another day? It's always a real challenge when you have a real job, unlike real estate, where somebody's telling you exactly what to do, when to do it, how to do it, and so forth. So it's easier said than done. In real estate, if you'll treat your business, this is your business, true, as a real job, and you learn and develop the skills, it's a skill to be developed too, of how to manage your time, you're going to have some great success. This is a great business if a person treats it like a real business and puts in the real time, doing the productive kind of things. Now, in today's conversation about time management, I welcome hands in the air anytime to ask any questions about what do you mean by this. So starting off with today, 5 no matter what's of time management. What do agents do with their normal day? Now, this is kind of depressing if you're a boss, for sure. Normally, according to the NAR, 37% of your time each day is spent running errands. Crazy. 12% of your time is spent surfing the web, checking on sports scores and so forth. 18% of your time doing emails. 19% administration work. 11% social media, and only 3%, emphasize only 3% is spent talking to clients. Man, bunch of folks will be fired here if you're the boss, for sure. So the whole idea is that you're going to develop these skills of time management. How to control your time is a very valuable skill to learn. And it takes some discipline, it takes some practice, it takes some mentorship and so forth. Let's talk about how to control your time. You got to, first of all, learn to prioritize what's most important every day. Steve, you've been in real estate for a long time. What do you think are some of the most important things agents should do each day? It'd be, I'm going to call it the big rocks.
Well, first thing comes to that, clients are maybe more typically prospecting. You're not prospecting, you're not.
That's very, very important. Anybody else got an idea or guess of what is some of your most important things to prioritize? Yes.
Lead generation.
A couple of days ago, and it was interesting because they were talking about time management, but they said to prioritize yourself first. So in your calendar, prioritize the time for your, whether it be dinner with your family or whether it be X, Y, and Z, and you start there and you build out from it. I thought it was interesting.
Well, that's important. You got to take care of yourself, no doubt about that. And we should all take time off for exercise, take time for eating the proper foods, take time to have some meditation, take time for some motivational, information each way to get you pointed in the right direction. All those kind of things are getting you ready to go to work. It should be done not during work hours, it should be done prior to work hours. This is the time you get to put your uniform on to go to battle. But it's so important. Good comment, appreciate that. Prioritize your activity, then you learn how to organize your activity. How many here consider yourself to be good organizers? Not very many hands come up. Not too many hands. Okay, I get it. Take some notes now. That's a big, important word is organize. We're going to learn to systemize also. Have a system in place. We're going to talk about this in more detail right now, but learning how to prioritize your most important activities, learning how to organize them, know when you're going to do them on a regular basis, learn how to systemize them. It's simple as that. It sounds real simple, but it just takes time, commitment to make this happen. The prioritized part of this equation. If you ever saw the activity before by having an empty jar, you fill it full of big rocks. You think, well, the jar is full. Well, then you put in some small rocks. They go down in amongst those big rocks. So the jar wasn't full of the big rocks, but now it's full. Then you put in some sand, some dry sand. It goes through the big rocks. It goes through the little rocks and settles on the bottom of it. Now it's full for darn sure, you think. Now pick a pitcher of water and pour into it. And it's just half the pitcher. So what we don't know is most of the time is when is our pitcher or our time, our 8-hour, 10-hour day actually full? We think it may be full right away. No. But start each day though, start each day with putting the big rocks in. The big rocks, most important thing as a realtor, no, hands down, is going on appointments with buyers or sellers or qualified clients, having that interaction, showing homes, listing presentations, and getting things done. That's where you You know, in a football analogy, that's when you're on the 2-yard line ready to score. You got to get those things done. And they're very, very important. Small rocks. At least 2 hours per day of lead generation activities. Like he said in his great presentation a while ago, you've got to spend time each day on the phone, talking to clients, getting leads and so forth, developing some business. So we have some big rocks to go to. So have some clients to go to. The sand. That's following up on all transactions, emails and so forth, details. You know, it's so easy in real estate to get yourself so busy every day, starting off your day, dealing with all the sand, dealing with all the water. You wear yourself out into the day, and you stop and think, what did I get done? Nothing was really proactive, sort of helping you build your business. I forgot about the big rocks. I forgot about the little rocks that are so important. Anybody got a story you want to share about maybe experience you may have had? Everybody's embarrassed to tell the story, right? Melody. Melody's one of my friends and on my team and so forth. Melody's a hard-working, hard-charging lady, smart lady and so forth. What are some of the challenges you have, Melody, with time management? You have any challenges with that?
Yes, I've never had a job, okay? I've employed myself all my life somehow, made it work, but my boss, you know, that was a very good thing to think about. I just have so many interests. It's really hard for me to limit myself to doing the most important things for my business.
Okay, good comment. Anybody else got a comment about that? I don't know everybody's names here, but I know some faces. I personally can tell you, Steve.
One of the things I've done is that I used to be just out of the for all my life. Well, I was back in real estate. I was very, very, not long after that, I learned that if I systematize stuff, then I can start being a lot more productive, get a lot more done. The more you systematize, the more productive you're going to be.
No question about it. No question. Systematizing is one of those three key factors there. You know, the water part of this whole factor, the big rocks, small rocks, the sand, now the water, emails, social media, surfing the web, administration stuff, social interactions, and so forth. I find that I've been guilty of this way too many times. I found myself a lot of times to spend your whole day dealing with the water stuff and not getting anything done. Wear yourself out. I'm bad about surfing the web. I'm checking on sports score. I'm checking about where to go fishing next time. Just things that interest me that are so easy this day and time. One click away, you're off in la la land, where you really want to be. So that's where the discipline comes in. You got to make yourself as a good employee of your business, because the boss is watching, which is you too. Make yourself do these important things. Deal with the big rocks first. Deal with the small rocks second. Those are the two most important things. And then at the end of the day, in the afternoon, deal with the sand and the water. I personally, I'm a pretty organized kind of a guy. Most of the time, I'm a calendar guy. And it's not on my calendar, it probably won't get it done. But what I have done, I use a Google Calendar. Doesn't matter what kind of calendar you use, even if it's a manual calendar laying on your desk. Write these big rocks, small rock time slots down where you see it every day. I've got 2 hours blocked out every morning for lead generation activities. It's mostly phone calls. Maybe writing some personal notes, thank you notes, and so forth. Maybe with a Buffini training, Buffini system, maybe doing some pop bys, just dropping by to say hello. Just things that create activity in your business. But if you don't have it locked down, you're going to find yourself not doing it. I promise you. What are some other things that some people here in the group here does on a daily basis that helps you create activity, create business. Is anybody really big into the social media part? Yeah. What's some of your things you do each day involving social media? If you don't mind sharing with us.
Just video content and also people, their past clients are following me, making sure you're interacting with their posts as well.
Been great. That's a whole new world we're involved with right now. And it's something I do this also. Have some people on my team helping with this stuff, but video content nowadays is very, very important. Yes.
Go ahead and repeat what is said because online they can't hear anything from the audience.
Okay.
So just repeat whatever the audience says.
Okay. The comment was, does some video content, some social media marketing, and I kind of cover that correctly. Okay. I personally am trying to do more and more video content all the time too. I've got a YouTube channel. I may have a YouTube channel. Everybody's hands should go up this day and time. If you want to be noticed in the area when it's somebody wants to buy or sell real estate in the Colorado Springs area or wherever you're from, you better be pretty close to that first page or top of that first page in a Google search. And one of the best ways to do that nowadays, I'm talking about marketing now, getting off track here, is having a lot of good video content in your system, being out there. Social media is the same way. There's all kind of great tools for that, but video content, you may be scared of the camera, you'll get over it, I promise you. But it's important. Thanks for your comment. Organize. We talked about prioritize. Now we're talking about organize. Lay out the year. You should have a calendar. I encourage you to have a physical calendar on your wall. It doesn't have to be real big, it'd be small, but of the entire year. So you'll know when you're going to go on vacation. You're going to know when you're going to big events. And when something special is going to happen during that year, you'll be able to see it and not let it get lost in the shuffle. Planning the month. You know, once again, I live off my Google Calendar. If it's not there, I don't get it done. Typically, a lot of times, I just have my day lined out. I don't see the week. I may not see the month. I sure don't see the year very often. So having that where you can see it on a regular basis, we know where you are, what to expect tomorrow, what to expect the next day is so important. Scheduling the week, once again, you know, it's really, really organizing your activity. I can't emphasize to you the importance of everybody utilizing a calendar in your business. Anybody have any recommendations for any kind of calendar you may use that really is the latest and greatest? Okay, I'm a Droid guy, so I've been using Google Calendar for a long time, but it works just fine. Works fine for me. I personally think if it's not broken, don't try to fix it. Comment?
I use e-calendars, e-contracts,
Uh-huh.
so it keeps track of all my due dates or things for my clients.
Great. She uses e-contracts. I mean, e-calendar and the e-contracts. That's a great. If it works for you, great. But have some kind of a calendar that you have with everything written down. So important. And prioritize the day. Each day have time blocked off for your big rock activities. I personally do my big rock activities, you know, typically showing homes and doing listing appointments and so forth. I prefer to do them in the afternoon and early evening. I try to have my mornings totally blocked off for, you know, a lot of the smaller rocks and some of the sand, especially the smaller rocks of lead generation activities, making your phone calls and writing your personal notes and, you know, stopping by to say hello, pop bys and so forth. You know, social media marketing, those kind of things. If you don't do this 2 or 3 hours a day, your business is not going to thrive. I promise you. You've got to have it in your schedule and just religiously do it every day. And but prioritizing the day is so important. Systemize. Have some systems in place. You know, create a habit each day, maybe from 9 to 11. That's my marketing lead generation activity time. If you keep doing it every day from 9 to 11, it's going to be like your become automatic time. But have it there and do it on a regular basis and become a good habit. Make it automatic. You can do a lot of things now that are pretty automated. especially social media posts and social media marketing, those type of things. You can have your video content set up. You can make a lot of videos in a day's time. Have them all scheduled to go out at certain times to your social media platform, would be LinkedIn, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and so forth. And use the right tools. Like Keith was saying earlier, you've got to have the right tools this day and time. Have a good smartphone. Have a headset. I think it's a very, very convenient and very effective thing. Have a good CRM system, the customer relationship management system. So important. If you don't have a CRM system, I don't care if it's Outlook or whether it's KV Core or whether it's whatever it might be called. There are many, many good systems. Have something in place. You've got to have this day and time to help keep you organized. So you know when to follow up with your clients, when to make those phone calls, and so forth. What are some of the CRM systems that are used in this room that somebody really special likes? Chime. Okay, great. Excuse me. Follow-up box. Okay. Anybody else have any favorite CRM system? Most of them are all so powerful now with things they'll do. Most of us don't use them to even a small fraction of their capabilities. KV Core is another great CRM system. It'll do all kinds of things. It's a whole educational process, learning how to utilize a CRM system. But I recommend to you this day and time, if you're serious about lead generation, learn how to maximize the capabilities of your CRM system, no matter who or what it might be. They all have great tutorials. I can emphasize to you the importance of taking the time to learn how to use it, utilize all the tools that it has to help you create leads, help you stay in touch with your clients, and so forth. So systems are very, very important. So basically, that's all I've got to say about time management. I don't want to just drown you in too much stuff, but I just emphasize to you, it takes time to develop that skill. I recommend you study about time management, read some books about time management, Google some videos about time management, and study about how to develop those skills. But the key thing I think personally is, most important thing of all is to prioritize, organize, and systemize. If you do that, you'll have some great success. Any questions from the crowd now before anybody starts dozing off? Okay, thank you very much.
Thanks so much.